Well, hello and good evening from Jakarta. I'm getting a notice saying it's showtime, and it's 2 minutes past 9 p.m. I'm a little bit late in starting. I was actually just reading an article that I found of interest, and when you find something of interest, I think it's a good thing to read, have a little look, and decide, is this for me? Am I going to enjoy it? And of course, I enjoyed it. It was about a friend of mine who works for a company, and the company is today, or this week, celebrating its 49th anniversary. So they've been in business 49 years, a very successful engineering company in Yorkshire, in the UK. So shout out to them people, the team there. I know personally one or two of them, and it's an amazing success to have a business that's been running for that long. There are no doubt trials and tribulations, ups and downs. I think when you're talking about running a business, it's always a big risk if you're going into business. And you know, the more hard work you put in, the smarter you work, the more successful it will no doubt become. And I have every single confidence that particular business is going from strength to strength every year. They keep growing, keep maturing, keep developing, and I think the key word is innovating new technologies, new methodologies, new ideas. Any company that's doing those things going into the new year, 2022, is bound for success, as I hope I am with my YouTube channel. I hope it's successful. It appears that way. It's not an ascent into the heavens. It's more like a roller coaster ride. You see dips some days, significant drops other days, and then huge increases in completely different weeks for no apparent reason. And I think anybody who's on YouTube will actually tell you the same. It's not an easy ride, especially professional YouTubers who have been doing it years, who have got lots of established contacts in their particular niche, in their particular channel space, and attracting new viewers and getting those viewers to be loyal subscribers is a key recipe for success. I discussed this yesterday in my live stream a little bit. I do talk about YouTube sometimes on my stream, and I talk about a lot of other things as well. We could talk about whatever you like. You're the viewer. You want to talk about something. You want me to create a stream just for you. I have a dedicated stream coming up tomorrow, 1st of January, 9 p.m. again, in my local time. That's 2 p.m. GMT. So in the UK, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'm going to get a couple of, how can I say this? A couple of time zone markers for those people who might be in the US. It's going to be early morning there. You never know, people can tune in from all over the place, and you might be surprised, but the United States is my second most popular country, which is a great privilege to have. That, you know, I'm here in an apartment on the other side of the world, and people are joining, people are tuning in, people want to see what my channel is for, what it's about. Can they get something from my channel? Can they get something from me? Well, I hope so, and Habiba has joined. Hello Habiba, I'm just doing a little intro, and I was just talking about my most viewed countries, or countries most viewing my channel, and number 1 is India this month, number 2 is United States of America, and number 3, surprisingly enough, and I don't know how this happened, United Kingdom. So I like to talk a little bit about those things with with my viewers, with my guests, my audiences, and it's very nice that, you know, people come by, people stop by, people get value from my channel. And I'm just going to see approximately what time it is now in, well, I've already said Jakarta. It's 8 minutes past 9 p.m. New York, 8 minutes past 9 in the morning. Okay, they have a number of time zones in the USA. I think it's about 5, if my memory serves me rightly, but I'm not too sure. I'm just looking that information up as I speak. Melbourne already into 2022. The Ascension Islands, I think they're on the way there. Auckland as well. Early hours of the morning there now. 8 minutes past 3 in the morning. Us in Jakarta here, we're on our way to 2022, galloping into the new year, hopefully with lots of optimism, lots of joy. People often say relief. People are probably hoping that the end of COVID will happen in this particular year, 2022. Goodness me, I can say I hope so. I hope so. I totally hope so. And I'm just having a little look at the world map at the moment with a time zone indicator on there. So yes, New York, Washington DC is 8 minutes past 9. The time zone after that is Kansas, and that's 9 minutes past 8 in the morning. Denver, Colorado is 9 minutes past 7, so it's another hour behind. Then there's another time zone there. That's California and the western seaboard of the USA. San Francisco, 10 minutes past 6 in the morning. Oh my goodness, I bet they're all reaching for their morning brew of coffee, getting ready, getting pumped for a new day, getting pumped for 2022, and getting ready to take on the new year. I hope with, like I say, lots and lots of optimism. There's another time zone there in Canada, but I can't mouse over that. Oh, and it is Junsao. Is that? Did I say that correctly? Perhaps I butchered that one. Junsao or Junsu, and it sounds like a Japanese name. It should be in Japan. And the time there, a very early 10 past 5 in the morning, and I bet it's dark as anything because it's winter and it very, very cold weather they get up there in those Canadians. You know, I don't have any sympathy for them because it's beautiful. Fairbanks, same time there by the looks of it, or it's a slightly adjusted time. Anchorage, same time there again, 11 minutes past 5 in the morning. You go out a little bit more, then you've got a few little remote islands in the Pacific there, and they're on the late side of the timeline, or the international date line. Perhaps I could share that with you, what I'm looking at, and then, you know, it's always a bit of something that you get in your stream from me, something that's a little bit random. Hello Pallavi, good evening to you. Nice of you to join me this evening. I understand you had a very busy evening yesterday. I haven't done a sound check. I haven't done a sound check yet. Can you believe it? Why don't you guys tell me if you can hear me clearly, loud and clearly? The audio's okay. It's not too loud, it's not distorted, and that you can hear me okay. Yeah, just type in, I can hear you. That would be marvellous if you do that. Okay, absolutely marvellous. And I will just now show you what I'm looking at. I'm talking a little bit about time zones. If you've joined us a little, just before I started, I was talking about my most popular viewers on YouTube, the countries most viewing my channel. This is a time zone map. You can find it at timeanddate.com. It's a really good website for all things to do with time. You click around there, there's all sorts of things. You can see each time I move my mouse along. They're already, I think they're already, yes they are, they're already into 2022 down there in Canberra. Moving on, I think some parts of Australia, they're just Alice Springs heading up is the next one for the 2022 party. I'm sure they're all rocking and getting ready to go into their 2022. Then it's myself. Oh no, I'm not in that time zone. This is Denpasar, which is Bali in Indonesia. Looking up some of the cities we have, Chinese cities, Taipei, Shanghai and Beijing, and right up there Yakutsk, that's more than likely it's a Russian territory, I think that. Myself, Jakarta, Bangkok, and what is that one there? That's Chongqing there up in China. You guys, I think if you're in India, my #1 country on my channel, people in India seem to tune in, seem to like my channel, so I'm very pleased to have you all along. You've got a couple of time zones there. It looks like you've possibly got 3 or 2. Yeah, 2 or 3 there. Mumbai right now, 7:44, so 7:45. After, yeah, we've got Karachi up there as well. Iran, Iraq, Middle East, other Middle Eastern countries. There's a bit of a divergence there, a bit of a split. Manama, Saudi Arabia, I think there. Qatar, Doha, I've been there, beautiful place, as well as I've been to the UAE as well. Cairo, Egypt is 4:15 in the afternoon. Then we start moving into the Europe and African countries. I do have some African viewers as well. Bengal in the Central African Republic. Jamina, is it? Abuja as well. Nigeria, I do get some viewers from Nigeria, believe it or not, on my channel. So hello if you're in Nigeria, Naomi. And Timbuktu in Mali. So I get viewers from lots of these countries down here. France, the UK, London, obviously I'm from there. Edinburgh, Scotland. Time on the clock there for those guys is 2:15, and we're using GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, which means it's the winter clock. Alright, in the spring they put the clock forward an hour, so we always have this phrase that in the spring the clocks spring forward. And yes, so it's probably it's winter time there as well. Quite dark, quite windy, wet weather. Here we have what is this? Cape Verde. Yeah, Cape Verde out there and then Gambia, Banjul in Gambia there. I also get some viewers coming in from Brasilia, from Latin America, Chile, Peru. I have had some from Bogota in Colombia there, and Santiago. So there we go. World clock done. Yes, you can hear me and you can see me. That's absolutely delightful if you can see me there. So it's an absolute pleasure to have my viewers coming in, people coming in, and if you do view, don't forget, and you like learning English, and you like coming on my channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button. 89% of people who come into my channel or something like that, who watch my videos, they don't press the subscribe button. Hello, MHD Ishmael. He sent me, or I believe it's a he, sent me an email earlier. So that was always very nice when someone goes through your channel, like literally, and sees everything that's in there. And if you look carefully, you can find the email address. If you have any specific queries, you know, send those queries to me on email. I've got a little, we can have a little bit of a grammar quiz later on. If you want to try a little grammar quiz, I've got one for you. I say little, it's about, I think it's about 40 questions, but I'll have to check. And it's very nice that you're all joining. So from all parts of the world, it's an absolute delight to have you here. Absolutely, I'm so thrilled that so many of you like to watch the pronunciation videos, and that's what this channel's about. English pronunciation, learning English, the parts of English, the different parts of speech, and lots of different areas. And I hope that with your time with me, as I always say to my learners, to my subscribers and viewers, you know, press that subscribe button. I always say to them, you know, press that subscribe button. If you have any queries, specific queries, drop me an email, okay? No problem. As soon as I get them, as soon as I see it, and if I have some time, I will reply. Hello, yes. And that's what we were talking about earlier with the world clock. We were talking about Happy New Year. I'm so delighted. I even got myself something. It's not very good. It's actually very bad. It's not great, is it? Happy New Year! We're all in party mode. Everybody's ready to get rid of 2021 now. Let's get into 2022, and hopefully we can all have a good year. And I wish everybody every single success, whatever it is you're doing, whoever you are, wherever you are. Pallavi say, what's amazing? My thing. Yay! New Year! I'm so thrilled. It's to be here. I'm so thrilled to have you here. And I always say, if you're getting value out of the channel, you know, hit that subscribe button. And I know I've got some great subs. Two of my best subscribers in here. They're always cheering me on, always asking me questions, always got something to say. And I will start again with a little picture quiz. I'm not sure how well we can see this one. And the clue is shopping bags. Okay, it's something to do with shopping bags. And if we can see the man there, he looks like some kind of psychiatrist. That's another word with a silent pronunciation letter, isn't it? Psychiatrist. Okay, and any ideas what this picture might mean? The lady has shopping bags. The lady sat in the chair there, and the gentleman, he is a psychiatrist. Well, a psychiatrist gives, here's the clue. The second word is therapy. So your job now is to think of another word that's like shopping. Okay, shopping starts with R. Sir, you really are so kind. Well, you've always got to be kind. Showing kindness is a very important trait, and I think anybody who shows kindness will go far in their lives, no doubt about it. Well, here is the clue. I've given you lots of clues here, and I'll give you the answer because I think you're struggling with this one. The answer is retail therapy. Retail therapy. Okay. So, if I'm feeling a little bit upset or a little bit stressed, I might have some retail therapy to make me feel a bit better. Okay. I've had quite a tough year like everybody else has, and today I thought, you know what, I'm going to spend a bit of money, and I had some retail therapy, and I ordered my wife 2 Danish pastries. If you've ever had a Danish pastry, yeah, that's physiotherapy. Physiotherapy. There's no need to apologise for lateness here. Okay, no need to apologise. I'm so pleased you're here. That's it. If you join, that's no problem. Retail therapy is the answer, and it's what you do if you spend money after a stressful or an upsetting day. As I was saying, I bought my wife a chocolate eclair, an apple pie or apple strudel, and then 2 Danish swirls, and those are pastries. So if you've ever tried a European pastry bakery shop, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're delicious, and retail therapy is what we do to try and relax, calm down, maybe to try and relieve ourselves from the stresses of whatever it is that's making us upset. I also went for a bit of retail therapy in a very famous American coffee shop chain. All right, that just happens to be nearby me. All right, nearby me, and this is a good one, and it's when you're describing opposites. Okay, example, opposites. Yes, sir, she says. And we use this phrase here. And I'll give you a clue. The white side, that is something that a teacher might use to write on a blackboard. There's the clue. Okay, that's the clue word. Okay. So, I think you know what's on the left. As you're looking, I hope that's appearing the same. And on the right, it's what your teacher might use to write on a blackboard. Okay. I'll just try and hold that a bit steadier. We've got a lot of fireworks nearby where I live at the moment, so you might hear the odd pop, pop, pop of fireworks. And when we compare opposites, we can use this phrase here. The phrase is like chalk and cheese. Like chalk. Like chalk and cheese means that you're comparing two things the opposite. So, example, if I know two a brother and a sister, and the sister's a little bit introverted, she very rarely talks, but the brother is very chatty, and I might describe those as chalk and cheese, or I might say, oh, they're like chalk and cheese, those two, meaning they're completely different, they're completely the opposite. Alright, so that's the contextual meaning of some of these phrases. You might hear them, perhaps your English teacher has used them, they might pop up in textbooks, in tests, things like that. That's why I always enjoy talking a little bit about these famous English phrases. Right, so if you remember yesterday's stream, that was the stream on the 30th, what did we discuss? before I continue, I did say if you want to spam the chat box and type yes, I want to do a grammar test. If you want to do some grammar tests later on after the pronunciation bit, type that into the chat box. Yes, I want to do some grammar tests. Okay, and then I will put that in the chat box or the comments box, whatever it's called, and then I can see who wants to do a little bit of grammar later on, because I do keep getting asked about grammar. I can offer you tonight free a grammar test, right? If you want to try a little bit of grammar. Yes, sir. I think Pallavi says yes, sir. Pallavi, do you want to do grammar? Did you say that? Just type in the chat, I want to do grammar, and I can do that later on. Okay, we can do that later on, and I will certainly add that into the stream description later on if anybody wants to find or try themselves a free grammar test. You want to do more silent letters? Good. I don't know if chat's delayed a little bit. It does take a few seconds, I think, for it to come through, so maybe I should slow down a little bit. Okay, and MHD Ishmael says yes, me too. Pallavi says silent letters. Good job, Pallavi. I know that's why you came. I hope you managed to catch yesterday's stream, because I know you were very busy. I also see that the chat numbers keep going up and down. Alright, so if I'll just continue whether you're here or not, and then when you rejoin, no problem. Pallavi's here. Good. Okay, so silent letters, and tonight we're going to look at the letters G, U, C, L and P. Alright, G, U, C, L, P. Right, so let me start. Excuse me while I drink my tea. And I'm going to give you some clues as well. I want to do some grammatical tenses. Well, we're going to do that, Ismail, alright? So I'll try and do this one. I won't do it too quickly, because I think giving clues and having a bit of fun is always a good idea. I won't do them all because they are quite extensive. And number one, alright? Number one, we might see this on the road if we drive a car, and this thing tells us what to do. Okay, this thing tells us what to do. I'll give you it's almost spelt like sing. Correct, Pallavi. Sign. She's got that correct. Sign. Sign. S-I-N. Sign. Alright, maybe if I just zoom a little bit on my mouth there, perhaps you can see how I pronounce these words, and maybe it's going to be a little bit better for you. So there's your S. I. And then N. Sign. Good. Right, okay. Oh yes, there's two different spellings for that. We're not going to go into that though. Here's another one then, number 2, and it's G again, silent G. Men wear this to smell nice. Men wear this to smell nice. It's more an American word, is this one. I would say aftershave, but the American word might be slightly different. and it's the same as a city in Germany. If you know your geography, you'll know what I mean. If you're struggling, I'll tell you the answer, and I'll type the answers in there as well. And the answer for this one, you might hear this one. Ooh, not foreign. Not foreign. Good guess. The answer for this one is cologne. Alright. Oh, I like that cologne you've got. It smells, it's so masculine or whatever. So they generally say cologne. I would say aftershave. Alright, cologne. Yes, that's another good one. What's that? Oh yes, campaign. Campaign is another one. So that's a really good one you've got there. And a campaign is where, for example, if you think about politics, you know, politicians, before there is an election, they usually have something called an election campaign. And a campaign means that they go around asking people to vote for them. Alright, so example, if I was a politician and it's election time in 3 weeks, I would come and knock at your door and I would say, oh, hello Pallavi, who will you be voting for in the up and coming election? And obviously you'd say, oh, Mr. Gary, I'm going to vote for you. You know, then that's called campaigning, right? Campaigning. Okay, good. Another one. Oh, I love this word. It's a great word. And if you've ever seen, if you ever like movies, there is a film about these little ornaments that live in the garden. That's the clue. Little ornaments that live in the garden. They have a top hat, and it's a very good movie if you ever get the chance to watch it. It's full of music, written by Elton John, or partially written and produced by Sir Elton John, should I say. I'll put a link in later on for a track that he's released over Christmas. It's about sausage rolls. But the answer for this one, little ornaments that live in the garden. And the answer is, well, I'll spell it for you. I'll spell it for you and then I'll say it. The word is gnome. Gnome. A garden gnome lives in a garden, okay? And that's that. So yeah, good. Well done. If you got that one correct, well done. Next one. If I'm asked to draw a building, instead of drawing it, I would be it's a bit like my thumbnail. If you saw the thumbnail for tonight's live stream, I made it a golden colour and with black text, and I had to design, DESIGN, right? Like sign, but with D at the beginning as a prefix. Design, okay? So that's a really good one. If I want to quit my job, then I would resign. Resign, okay? So for example, as a teacher, I would have to resign my position if I want to find a new job, okay? Foreign. Pallavi said foreign earlier. Foreign. Is it n? Foreign. Is it or foreigner? Somebody from another country visiting a country is a foreigner. A line means to make it the same. All right, make it so that it's all uniform. Okay, we have to align the printer when we install a new cartridge. Align. So good one. And then sometimes, yes, good job, align. And then sometimes we have to align the printer. Occasionally, if my boss gives me a new task, to give a task to somebody is assign. Assign. Right, so assign a task to somebody. U, silent U words. The Queen has many of these people. These people protect the Queen. Okay. These people protect the Queen. And I'm just putting in chat there for the benefit of replay. If people come and watch the replay, I've put it in the live chat box, right? So you know what section we're on or what letter we're looking at now at this moment. League. Yes, that's the one. That's silent. League. Guide. Good. A very similar word to guide, but it's someone who protects the Queen. If you ever go to Buckingham Palace, she has a guard. A guard, right? Silent U there. Guard. The next one, this is my favourite. It's my favourite snack when I have a cup of tea, and I get it. And then I dunk it into there, and then... What is that? Oh, a guitar. Yes, that's a good one. Correct. What about this one that I'm showing you on the screen? If I dunk this into my tea, what is this? Nope, not gold. Guild. Beg your pardon. Sorry, it's a little bit tricky for me to read because I've got the backlight there. Guild. No, not that. The answer is Biscuit. And where I live in Indonesia, they have the same word. I think, and when they see this word, they say, "Oh, mister, you want biscuit? Biscuit?" I'm like, no, you don't pronounce the U with biscuit. You just pronounce the biscuit. Biscuit. That's how you pronounce it. Don't pronounce the U in that one. Name of a famous fashion house or fashion magazine. We have Vogue. Okay. And I live in a building. Okay. Silent U there. Building. Somebody who does bad things can be called a rogue. Okay. Rogue. This is another one as well. This is the... What is this? Oh, yes, I think that's a biscuit emoji there from Ismail. I don't know, is it me or is it the chat that's delayed on this app, or is it the chat in YouTube? I'm going to have to check this because I'm not viewing on YouTube, right? So let me just see if I can find something a bit faster because I think you're commenting and it's taking quite some time for it to come through, and obviously the less the delay with chat, the better. And there we go. Now I'm looking on mobile here. Let me have a look. Oh my gosh. I can't even see on mobile. It's not even rendering my... Most of my face is missing. Aha, there we go. Right, yes, sir. Tongue! Of course, tongue. Ismail has a good little biscuit there. I think this is correct, actually. I think this app that I'm using is a little bit slow with chat. All right, but if I put my mobile phone on there, it's a little bit more real time. All right, so I'll use this as a primary chat function for this moment in time. After tongue, if you go to court and you do something and the judge says yes, you definitely did it, then you are guilty. Guilty. All right. G-I-L-T-Y is the best way to pronounce it. Guilty. But we spell it G-U-I-L-T-Y. Guilty. Afterwards, you have guitar. Guitar. I think somebody mentioned that guitar earlier. So well done if that was you. If you don't know the answer to a question, you might... I can see the tongue emojis. Good job, everybody. Well done. If you don't know the answer to a quiz question, you might want to... If you don't know the answer to a quiz question, you might want to... Guess. You might want to guess the answer. Okay, and if I have somebody... No, not ask. You ask a question, but you guess the answer. If you don't know the answer to a question, you might guess. Okay? You might guess the answer. G-U-E-S-S. G-U-E-S-S. Sorry about that. I'll track back a little bit. Perhaps it's difficult, or there's a delay somewhere. All right. So there we go. Guess is the answer. Good. Message received. Put in pin message report. Add user from this channel. Right. Okay. Pin message. I don't know why. Maybe we're having some difficulty here. Just a second. I'm trying to make it MHD Ismail. One of your comments is I don't know why, but YouTube is like hiding it, and I can't adjust it. So just give me a second while I do see if there's something I can do with that for you. Oh, yes. Ah, right. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Yes, of course. Oh, I didn't know that. Tongue. That's a good one, isn't it? I can put that on when you type now, and then it shows your name. Excellent. I'm learning new things all the time about streaming, I can tell you. I'm quite new to streaming, if you didn't know. If I invite somebody to my house, they are my... Similar word to guess, but we replace one S with a T. We have a guest. Okay, a guest. Okay, a guest. We might put a guest. Yes, he's got it. Well done, bingo. And I like that car. Is that your car, MHD Ismail? Fancy car. I wish I could have a nice fast car. Yes, guest. Of course, Mr. Gary, you got that correct. I'm only kidding. Next one. Right, Silent C time. Silent C. These are some tricky ones, I'll tell you. Silent C, and we're going to start with a really tricky word, this one. And it's, if I'm thinking about something in detail, it's something is on my not science, no. If I'm thinking about something, I might have it on my conscience. Okay, conscience is how you think, or you are thinking about something. All right, conscience. I'll put that one on the screen as well. Conscience. It's like a sh sound in there as well. Conscience. It's a trick. Like I say, these C words are very, very tricky words. But if I'm thinking and I'm very aware, of something, then I would say I am conscientious. I'll spell that one. SCIOUS. Slightly different word, that one, okay? Conscience and conscientious. Conscientious. Yes, a tricky word, and this is why I hope that you're, like I say, gaining value from this particular stream. Conscientious and conscious. Good, well done, everybody. I think, yes, I can see that you're typing these in now onto the screen. So Pallavi's got conscientious. It's a real tricky one, that one. Conscientious. It means that you're very careful, you're thinking about something, and very particular about that thing. So a synonym would be thoughtful. All right, very thoughtful about something. Oh, she's very conscientious about her appearance. You know, she spends 30 minutes doing her hair and makeup, or, you know, changes 10 times before she goes out. She's very conscientious about her appearance. So that's the example. Well done. Right, this is the opposite of going up. The opposite of going up. An aeroplane goes up, it ascends. Oh, scissors. Yes, that's a good one. Scissors as well, well done. And this one is the opposite of ascend. Ascend. And the answer, I'll put this in the chat for you and I'll highlight it. The answer is descend. 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 Descend means the aeroplane is going down. Ascend means it's going up. We can use this word when we describe charts as well. So something like that. The value of Bitcoin is descending, or Mr. Gary's view count is descending. Means it's going down. All right, good. Disciple is the next one. Dissent means to say bad words. Evanescence. Fascinate, which means you're very, like, when I'm fascinated, really means to be really interested in something. Fluorescent. So something is fluorescent if it gives off light when it's dark. And muscle, of course, muscle, M-U-S-C-L-E. So 3 really good words for you there. And I think I don't know if we lost. Yeah, I think we've lost a couple. I don't know if I've lost the connection or what's going on here. So let me have a look. Like I say, when you're live streaming, it's difficult to tell what's going on at the other end. It really is, because I can't watch it myself. If I do, then I get a feedback. Perhaps it's all the fireworks. Lots of fireworks going on outside. So, that's not the one I was after. Lots of fireworks outside tonight. Lots of fireworks. It's going crazy. I can see them all across the bay where I live. Okay, so we'll do the L's, silent L, and then I'll give you a little grammar face-off quiz. If you want to try and pit your wits against each other, we can do that too, okay? Silent L, and I always think I'll just put that in chat, please. Silent L. Just a second. Mr. Gary, you need to keep remembering to hide that. Yes, Crescent from Pallavi. Silent L time now, guys. Silent L. And this is a type of nut. A type of nut. Talk. Pallavi says talk. Well done. Yeah, there's definitely a delay on this app that I'm using. It's about 5 or 6 seconds, but it's okay. Talk, says Pallavi, but I'm looking for a type of nut with a silent L. It's very popular. A very popular... Yes, walk. MHD Ismail says walk as well, so good job. You're going to get your name up there with your fancy car. Look at that car. I like fast cars too, MHD Ishmael. And the answer... I'll put the first 2 letters in and I'll bet you'll get it. A type of nut that has a silent L. What is that? A type of nut that has a silent L. That's a lowercase L. It doesn't look like it, but it is. All right, silent L, and you can get this in milk as well. When they process the nut, you can turn it into milk. And I can see, I think it's Pallavi has got the answer. Almond or almond. Almond? Is that a silent L? It's on the list. That's a good one. Pallavi says salmon. And on behalf of somebody, but I want to query the silent L. Almond. I disagree with that. Almond. Perhaps this is an American pronunciation that I'm looking at here, and when I'm thinking about this, the more I think of it, Americans would say, "Oh, I really love almond milk." I don't think they would pronounce the L on that one. So I think the best thing to do, I would consult my dictionary, but it's a little bit dark in here, so I'm going to cheat. I'm going to check, because you might sometimes have different pronunciations for it, even though British English and American English, this is the difference, you see. I would say almond, almond, but Americans might not necessarily say that. Let's have a look. You might want to check this too. If you have a dictionary, you may want to check this and double check that I'm spot on with my advice on this one. So I'm going to put this one in the dictionary now. Go away. Now, some dictionaries may only show one or the other, right? So it might be a good idea to use a really good one in this situation. Something like Oxford Dictionary or Cambridge Dictionary, that would usually give you both. All right, it would say, yes, as I suspected. This is an American sheet that I'm using. Americans would say, let me stream this. Actually, I'll put it on the stream for you guys, and then you can see what I'm looking at. Almond, yes. Behalf, psalm, yes. From the Bible or from half, yes. Half is another one, and yolk, an egg yolk. Good job, well done. An egg yolk is there as well, guys. So good. I'm going to put this one on the screen, all right? So just give me a second while I do that. And boom, there we go. Hopefully now you're looking at a dictionary, okay? And we can see here, this one is, when you see BE, maybe I need to zoom in there. I don't know if you can hear that there, guys. But when you see BRE like this, it's British English. So that's the type of English I use. But American English is different. Different pronunciation. Listen to this one.
Almond.
Almond. Oh, I really like almond milk. I would say, I really like almond milk. Or almond milk, but if I'm talking about the milk, I might drop it again.
Almond.
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 Silent L. Maybe I'm going to dispute that. I'm going to say no. No, ground almond. Yeah, go into the dictionaries and check these things out. Collocations. This is where you might have a noun following the noun, right? So the noun is almond, then you have another noun, almond essence, you can have almond extract and almond oil. When it's an adjective or used as an adjective, it's whole almonds, blanched almonds, or flaked almonds, alright? So dictionaries are so useful in these situations where you're looking at words and pronunciations and things like that. So almond, 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 almond. I'm not so sure.
Almond.
Yeah, that's not pronounced. The L isn't pronounced there.
Almond.
Almond, almond. I'd say almond. I would, but that's because of where I'm from. It's a dialect difference rather than anything else, and it's how I've always pronounced it. So I'm not so sure about almond or almond. The dictionary doesn't give you regional variations on people's pronunciation. So that's an important thing to remember when we're talking about pronunciation. So yes, calm, yes, of course. I say this sometimes, calm down. Calm down. You could have chalk. I said earlier, didn't I? Chalk and cheese. CHALK. Walk. We've had that already. Fork. As in a forklift truck or something made from metal. If you take a whole and divide it by 2, you have a half. Then this part on the should, yes. This part on my hand is called the palm. And then salmon. Yeah, a lot of locally here people say, "Oh, I like salmon." No, you don't. You like salmon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like that. So, good. Really pleased with that, guys. Well done to you. I'm going to show those. Calm from MHD Ishmael there. Good job. Pallavi, she says, yes, sir. Okay. And then should is another one from Pallavi there. Good job. Would, of course. Pronounce it like the material from the trees, obviously. Would. And then could. Of course, you've got could there. So congratulations to the pair of you. That was excellent. Okay, so I'm going to now try and put that on this. Will that go onto aha, it goes onto this. Oh, what have I done? Hang on a second. Just a second. Let me put that onto this. I want to put that. It won't let me put that window onto that other screen. Right, okay, not to worry. Right, okay. So, here we go. We're going to have a look at this one together. And I'm going to ask you the questions. I'm just monitoring the chat as well at the moment, so I can't really see the health or anything of the stream. If you know the answers, it's the first person to type it. We're on to the grammar quiz now, by the way. For the purpose of the recording, we're going to take a break from pronunciation because I keep getting asked about grammar. Grammar. Can you tell me about grammar, please, Mr. Gary? Okay, I will try my best. I'll give you a little quiz. Quiz. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the question and I'll give you three options, A, B or C. Alright, you tell me, is it A, is it B or is it C? What's the best option to complete the sentence of the conversation? So this one is a question, and the question is, can I park here? Option A is, sorry, I did that. B, it's the same place. Or C, only for half an hour. What's the answer, guys? Is it A, B or C? The question, can I park here? Would, yes, we've already got that one. Ismail, well done. And the question is, can I park here? The answers are A, sorry, I did that. Is it B, it's the same place? Or is it C, only for half an hour? Pallavi says, she says C, I think. So let's go with that one. Okay, here we go. Number 2. What colour will you paint the children's bedroom? What colour will you paint the children's bedroom? And option, yes, well done Ishmael, well done. Good boy, good job, well done. I don't know if it's boy or man, sorry about that, well done. What colour will you paint the children's bedroom? And option A is, I hope it was right. B, we can't decide. Or C, it wasn't very difficult. What's the correct answer there for that one? What colour will you paint the children's bedroom? Option A, I hope it was right. Option B, we can't decide. Or option C, it wasn't very difficult. I think Pallavi says B. I'll give Ismail a couple of seconds to. Yes, I think you're both saying B there. Well done. Well done. Yeah, I would agree with that. Good job. Right, next one, number 3. I can't understand this email. Complete the sentence. Option A, would you like some help? Option B, don't you know? Option C, I suppose you can. I'll read that again. So this is a statement. I can't understand this email. The best answer, is it option A? Would you like some help? B. Don't you know? Or C. I suppose you can. And for this one, we have, just a moment. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Pallavi says option A, so you need to answer that statement with a question. That's probably a good idea, I think. And Ishmael, I don't know if he's there, so I'm going to proceed. Perhaps there's a slow connection somewhere for him, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'll go on to we'll accept answer A for that one, I think. Let's go to number 4. I'd like 2 tickets for tomorrow night. So it's a statement. And the question, the options are option A, how much did you pay? Option B, afternoon and evening. Or option C, I'll just check for you. Okay, we're on number 4. I'd like 2 tickets for tomorrow night. Option A, how much did you pay? Option B, afternoon and evening. Option C, I'll just check for you. This is a tricky one. And I'm going to help. Dude, if you need help, just type the word help. Okay? Type the word help. Help! And I will happily explain the answer. Ooh, a guess. We've got a guess. I'll just check for you. You've both said C. Okay. I would agree. I think you're right there, because A, when we're talking about tomorrow, we can't ask a question in the past tense, right? So it's not that. Afternoon and evening doesn't make sense. C is the best answer. I agree with that one. 5. Shall we go to the gym now? Question mark. A. I'm too tired. B. It's very good. C. Not at all. It's okay, Ishmael, no problem. If you didn't hear the question, don't worry, it's fine. If you want me to repeat, just say the word repeat. It's okay. So I'll say that one again. Number 5. Yes, I know you didn't hear number 3, darling. We just moved on. But I'll tell you what we put. We agreed, or Pallavi said it was A. And I think A is the correct answer. So I'll tell you what it is. I'll do number 3 again. I can't understand this email. And the answer we gave was, would you like some help? Okay, it was A. Alright, that's the answer we think. Now, number 5, I'll do number 5 again. Shall we go to the gym now? I'm too tired. It's very good. Or C, not at all. So A, I'm too tired. B, it's very good. C, not at all. I had this conversation today. Somebody said to me, oh, are you going to go to the gym? And I said, no, I'm too tired. I think the answer is A for that one. The answer is A. Okay, so What I'll do, guys, is I'll drop you the link to this one. You want to test it and try it later? No problem. Go right ahead. Be my guest. Okay. Yes, well done, Pallavi. I'm going to show these answers to show that you're all getting them correct. So far, so good. Now it starts getting a little bit more tricky. All right, those are the easy ones. And there are blanks here. So where there is a blank, I will say blah, blah, blah. All right. His eyes were blah, blah, blah bad, that he couldn't read the number plate of the car in front. Is it A, such? Is it B, 2 TOO? Is it 3, so? Or is it D, very? I'll read the question again. His eyes were blah 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 bad, that he couldn't read the number plate of the car in front. Is the answer A, such? Is it B, 2 TOO? Is it C, so? Or is it D, very? If you want a repeat, guys, just say the word, type the word repeat in the chat box, and I will happily repeat that for you, okay? Okay, no problem. A bit slower this time. His eyes were blah 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 bad, that he couldn't read the number plate of the car in front. Okay. Is it A, such? Is it B, 2? Is it C, so? Or is it D, very? MHD Ishmael thinks D. Now I think there's a clause in here, so I'm going to tell you the answer. I'll give you. Pallavi says C. I think Pallavi is correct. Pallavi is correct on that one. I think she's correct. Alright, so I'm going to tick that one for you guys. Alright. Now, here comes number 7. The company needs to decide blah blah blah. And for all, what is its position on this point? Let me do that again. The company needs to decide blah 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 and for all what its position is on this point. Is it A, here? Is it B, once? Is it C, first? Or is it D, finally? Type the word repeat if you want me to repeat the question. One more time then, okay? Yeah, she was correct there. Maybe I'm losing connection because okay, repeat the question. Perhaps I'm having problems with my connection here, so I do apologize. The company needs to decide blah 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 and for all what its position is on this point. Is it A, here? Is it B, once? Is it C, first? Or is it D, finally? Okay, let me read that with your answer, Ishmael. I think Pallavi on this one, both of you are incorrect. Let Mr. Gary read it for you with the correct answer. Ready? The company needs to decide once and for all what its position is on this point. Once and for all means they need to make a final decision, alright? Or something is final. Once and for all means final, and it's ONCE, once and for all, okay? The end of, the final, okay? That's what it means. I'll type that in the chat box for you. Okay, if you want to check the meaning on that one later, maybe we can check that, okay? Question number 8. Don't put your cup on the blah 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 of the table. Someone will knock it off. Is it A, outside? Is it B, edge? Is it C, boundary? Or is it D, border? One more time. Don't put your cup on the blah 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 of the table. Someone will knock it off. Is it A, outside? Is it B, edge? Is it C, boundary? Or is it D, border? If you put something close to the end of the table, what do we call that part of the table? Okay. Mohammed Ismail says B, and I'm not sure Pallavi's not answered yet. Maybe she's maybe she's disconnected, or maybe I'm disconnected. A whole lot of things can happen in live streams. I think you're right, Ismail. B. Don't put your cup on the edge of the table. Someone will knock it off. I don't know if Pallavi's still here. I can't see who's in chat, guys, okay? It doesn't show me any names. It just shows me a name when you type, okay? So, number 9. I'm sorry. I didn't blah 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 to disturb you. Is it A, hope? Is it B, think? Is it C, mean? Is it D, suppose? Pallavi, the answer for the question 8 was edge. Edge. Put something on the edge of the table. Okay. I'll repeat number 9 now because we move on. Number 9. I'm sorry, I didn't blah 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 to disturb you. Is it A, hope? Is it B, think? Is it C, mean? Or is it D, suppose? Right, both of you are saying mean. I didn't mean to disturb you. I think you're getting it correct, guys. If you're just joining, welcome. We're doing a little grammar quiz, having a little bit of fun. On this New Year's Eve, I've got some new people joining, so please do participate. Pallavi, you're correct. It was C. The answer is C. Oh, sorry, but Ishmael Mohammed is correct. I'll repeat it again. Number 9. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you, is the answer. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. So, not I suppose to disturb you. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so well done to Ishmael. You're getting these correct. And Pallavi, you're doing very well as well. So keep up the good work, guys. We've got quite a few of these to do. All right. Number 10. The singer ended the concert, blah, 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 her most popular song. Is it A, by? Is it B, with? Is it C, in? Or is it D, as? One more time. The singer ended the concert, blah, 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 her most popular song. Is it A, by? Is it B, with? Is it C, in? Is it D, as? Okay, Pallavi says with. Mohammed Ishmael asks for another repeat. Okay, final time. The singer ended with the concert, blah, 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 her most popular song. Is it A, by? Is it B, with? Is it C, in? Is it D, as? The correct answer is with. Ismail and Pallavi, I think both got that correct. He says B. Pallavi says B also. So well done to you both there. Excellent job. Right, okay. This one, it gets more tricky now. It's a level up. Alright, so you're leveling up. Question 11. Would you mind blah 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 these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? I'll do that again slower. Question 11. Would you mind blah 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 these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? Options: A, making, B, doing, C, getting, or D, giving. Mohammed Ishmael says D. For this one, no answer yet from Pallavi. I'm just waiting a few seconds before I move on. I'll do it one more time in case she's having problems or can't hear me for some reason. Question 11. Would you mind blah 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 these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? Okay. Would you mind blah 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 these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? And the options are A, making, B, doing, C, getting, D, giving. Mohammed Ismail says D. What do you think, Pallavi? I'm not sure she's there. Let Mr. Gary put it into context. Would you mind doing these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? How about this? Try this. Would you mind giving these plates a wipe before putting them in the cupboard? So the answer is D. Type it in. Did you hear me? It's nice when the teacher gives you the answers, isn't it? Hey? The answer is Mohammed. Look at what Mohammed Ismail commented. He said D, giving. And the correct answer is giving. Okay? Not doing. So well done. Maybe it's difficult, I don't know, perhaps we're having connection problems, and that can make a lot of difference. Number 12. I was looking forward, blah blah blah, at the new restaurant, but it was closed. One more time. I was looking forward, blah blah blah, to at the new restaurant, but it was closed. Is the answer A, to eat, B, to have eaten, C, to eating, or D, eating? I'll read the question again. I was looking forward, blah blah blah, at the new restaurant, but it was closed. Is it A, to eat, B, to have eaten, C, to eating, or D, eating? Pallavi, you are, if you can type it in for me, to eating. I was looking forward to eating. Right? That's correct. I was looking forward to eating. It's not, Mohammed, I think it's not perfect tense, okay, because the experience didn't happen. Okay, so this one is, we're speaking now about an event that didn't happen in the past. Alright, so when we're talking now, it's I was looking forward. That's like past continuous, isn't it? to eating, that's the infinitive. So there we go. Yes, to eating is the correct answer. So congratulations, Pallavi, you got that one correct. To eating. Ismail, don't worry. It's okay to try these things, okay? Oh my goodness, this one's a tricky one. And it's question number... Yes, it's okay. Hey, listen, you've got to keep practicing, and I'll put some stuff on my website for you, and it will help you. All right? So now that I know what you're struggling with, it makes sense to me. All right? I can give you some free things to help you practice. All right? I'll put them on the website, and then, it's up to you to try them. All right? Give me a few days to sort that out. It takes a bit of time. 13. Blah, blah, blah. Tired Melissa is when she gets home from work. She always makes time to say goodnight to the children. A. Whatever. B. No matter how. C. However much. D. Although. Although. I'll read it one more time. Blah, blah, blah. Tired Melissa is when she gets home from work, comma. She always makes time to say goodnight to the children. Is it A, whatever? Is it B, no matter how? Is it C, however much? Or is it D, although? I think I've got an answer coming through there, but I'm not so sure. Although tired Melissa is... Yes, it's come through now, so there's about a 7 or 8 second delay there with your answer. Both of you are not quite correct. I'm going to put it into context, right, with your answers. Listen carefully. So it's definitely not C, and it's definitely not D. However much tired Melissa is when she gets home from work, she always makes time to say goodnight to the children. That's not correct. D. Although tired Melissa is when she gets home from work, she always makes time to say goodnight to the children. So you're left with whatever or no matter how. So is it whatever tired? Can you say that? No. So the correct answer... No, it's not A. The correct answer is no matter how. No matter how tired Melissa is, when she gets home from work, she always makes time to say goodnight to the children. Okay, that's the correct answer. Okay, yes, no matter how. Alright, no matter how. No matter how many times I ask him, he always forgets to tie his shoelaces. Okay? Meaning that the person always does something, but that the thing never happens, no matter how. Alright? Tricky one, that one I said, didn't I? It gets trickier, I'll tell you. It's okay, don't worry. Right. Number 14. It was only 10 days ago, blah, 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 she started her new job. Is it A, then, B, since, C, after, D, that. "14. It was only 10 days ago. Blah, blah, blah. She started her new job." Is it A, then, B, since, C, after, D, that? I think Pallavi says C. If you could write the word Pallavi as well, then it helps me navigate chat a bit easier. The answer, I don't know if Ishmael's still there. I'll read it one more time for his benefit. And it's number 14. It was only 10 days ago. Blah, blah, blah. She started her new job. Is it A, then, B, since, D, after, or D, that? A, then, B, since, C, after, D, that. Ishmael's not replying, so I'm wondering if he's still there. If he's not, we'll move on, but it's difficult to tell for me. I can't tell who's there or who's not there. The answer, Ishmael, is B. Well done, good job. Okay, number 15. The shop didn't have the shoes I wanted, comma, but they've blah 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 a pair specially for me. Is it A, booked, B, ordered, C, commanded, or D, asked? Hello Rebecca, we're doing a grammar quiz. If you want to join, welcome. Just follow along, it's no problem. Number 15, one more time. The shop didn't have the shoes I wanted, comma, but they've blah 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 a pair especially for me. Is it A, booked? Is it B, ordered? Is it C, commanded? Is it D, asked? It's not D. Imagine you go to the shop and you ask the saleswoman for those shoes that you really like, but she says, "Oh, we don't have any at the moment, but I will order." Correct. I will order them. Ishmael's got that correct. From the warehouse or from the distributor. Okay, so good job, well done. Ordered would be the correct answer there. Okay, good job. Right, 2 more pages to do, so it's another 10 questions. Okay, here we go. Number 16. Ordered was the answer. It was B. Mohammed got that. Mohammed Ishmael got that correct. Number 16. Have you got time to discuss your work now, or are you blah 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 to leave? Right, I'm just seeing Pallavi's message there. How? Pallavi, did you hear my explanation about that one? Did you hear my explanation? I don't think she did. Maybe there's a delay on the line. So I'll explain it, Pallavi. 15. Imagine if you go to a shoe shop and you see the lady and you ask for some shoes, but the shoe shop say, we don't have that in stock at the moment, but I can order some for you. Okay? It means requesting those shoes you want from another location. Okay, it's no problem. So that's what it means, all right? Number 16. Have you got time to discuss your work now, or are you blah 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 to leave? Option A, thinking. Option B, round. Option C, planned. Or option D, about. One more time. Have you got time to discuss your work now, or are you blah 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 to leave? Is it A, thinking? Is it B, round? Is it C, planned? Or is it D, about? Come on, guys, we're just over halfway now. We can get this done. I know you're. Are you still there? Ooh, it's not A. Have you got time to discuss your work now, or are you blah 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 to leave? Is it A, thinking? Is it B, round? Is it C, planned? Or is it D? Is it D, about? Is it D, about? The answer, listen to Mr. Gary. Have you got time to discuss your work now, or are you about to leave? Right, the answer, well done guys, you got it, it's about. There we go. Number 17. She came to live here, blah blah blah, a month ago. Is it A, quite? Is it B, beyond? Is it C, already? Is it D, almost. Not seeing much action in the chat at this time. Okay, I've got a repeat request from Ismail on this one. She came to live here, blah blah blah, a month ago. Is it A, quite? Is it B, beyond? Is it C, already? Or is it D, almost? I think the answer is Yes, I think that's the answer. Yes. Let's read that together. She came to live here almost a month ago. So it means less than 1 month. Okay. Number 18. Once a plane is in the air, you can blah 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 your seat belts if you wish. Is it A, undress? I don't think you undress seat belts. Is it B, unfasten? Is it C, unlock? Is it D, untie? We talked about this yesterday, if you can remember. One more time. Once the plane is in the air, you can blah 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 your seat belts if you wish. Is it A, undress? Is it B, unfasten? Is it C, unlock? Is it D, untie? I think I gave a clue. If you listened carefully, I guided you to the answer then. Once the plane is in the air, you can blah 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 your seat belts if you wish. And the correct answer has been given. The answer is B, unfasten. Once the plane is in the air, you can unfasten your seat belts if you wish. Okay, because when you think about it, the plane is on the ground and the stewardess comes on and she says, please fasten your seat belts for takeoff. Well, the opposite of fasten is unfasten, right? So good job, well done. I think you got that correct. Comments. So congratulations, Ismail. Pallavi, I'm maybe a little bit tricky on that one for you, but it's okay. That's why we are here, right? To learn. Number 19. I left my last job because blah blah blah. I had no... Oh, sorry. I made a mess of that. Start again, Mr. Gary. 19. I left my last job because I had no blah 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 to travel. Is it A, place? Is it B, position? Is it C, opportunity? Or is it D, possibility? One more time, hello and welcome if you're joining. We're doing a little grammar quiz. I've got a couple of new people joining, I think. So if you're joining, no problem, you can join. We're having a little bit of fun. Audio grammar quiz. And Pallavi says possibility. I think the answer is opportunity for this one. So I'll read it again for you. I left my last job because I had no opportunity to travel. I think that's a better answer than possibility. Possibility is a very good answer, but I think opportunity just gets it. Okay, so well done. Question 20. It wasn't a bad crash and blah 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 damage was done to my car. Is it A, little? Is it B, small? Is it C, light? Or is it D, mere? One more time, and then I'll tell you the answer. It wasn't a bad crash, and blah 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 damage was done to my car. Is it A, little? Is it B, small? Is it C, light? Or is it D, mere? And I have an answer from Ismail. He says little. This is a difficult one. You could say both, light damage or little damage. It's a 50-50. It could be, one of these questions where there are two correct answers. I think little damage was done to my car. In an insurance context, it could be light damage, but I think little is the best one. Okay, good job. Okay, here we go. Final 5. Yay! Well done, everyone. We're nearly there. I'd rather you blah 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 to her why we can't go. Is it A, would explain? Is it B, explained? Is it C, to explain? Or is it D, will explain? I would rather you... It's a difficult one, that one, because there's no comma in the sentence. Don't see the comma on this one. What I'm looking at should be a comma, but there isn't one, which is unusual. Yes, I would rather you blah 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 to her why we can't go. Is it A, would explain? Is it B, explained? I think that's the correct answer. Is it C, to explain? Is it D, will explain? I think the answer, guys, is explained on this one. So it's looking like it's a third conditional, I think, or second conditional on that one. So I would rather you explained to her, right? It's not C because it's to explain. I would rather you to explain to her. Cannot be that. I would rather you will explain to her. No, it's not that. It's not future because we already have would in the sentence. And it's definitely not A. So I think the best answer is B. Okay. Tricky one. 22. Before making a decision, comma, the leader considered all blah 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 of the argument. Is it A, sides? Is it B, features? Is it C, perspectives? Or is it D, shades? Okay. Before making a decision, the leader considered all blah 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 of the argument. Is it A, sides? Is it B, features? Is it C, perspectives? Or is it D, shades? I think the answer for this one is all sides of the argument. All sides of the argument is the answer. Okay. Before making a decision, the leader considered all blah 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 of the argument. Is it A, sides? I think that's the answer. Is it B, features? Is it C, perspectives? Or is it D, shades? Perspectives is a good answer, Pallavi, but I think the right answer is sides because you have all perspectives of the argument, but you also have all sides of the argument, and that's a much more common phrase in English. All sides of the argument. But very good as well. I think Ishmael agrees with me. Here comes the 23. Well done, though. You're doing very well. 23. The new printer is recommended as being blah 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 reliable. Is it I'll read the sentence again. 23. This new printer is recommended as being blah 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 reliable. Is it A, greatly? Is it B, highly? Is it C, strongly? Or is it D, readily? I think the answer here, I'm going to give you 10 seconds and I'll give you my suggestion and see if you agree. Something is blah 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 reliable. Is it greatly reliable? Is it highly reliable? Is it strongly reliable? Is it readily reliable? Well, I've got an answer. I'm going to do it one more time. This new printer is recommended as being blah 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 reliable. Is it A, greatly? Is it B, highly? Is it C, strongly? Is it D, readily? Mohammed Ismail has answered B. Yes, I think B is the answer. So B, we'll go with that one. 24. What I realised... Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Start again. 24. When I realised I had dropped my gloves, comma, I decided to blah 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 my steps. Is it A, retrace? Is it B, regress? Is it C, resume? Or is it D, return? One more time. I'll explain 23 later, Pallavi, just remind me. But you got it correct, so it's well done. You got B and you said correct. Something is highly recommended. That's how it works, okay? Means it's a strong recommendation from somebody. 24. When I realised I had dropped my gloves, I decided to blah 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 my steps. Is it A, retrace? Is it B, regress? Is it C, resume? Is it D, return? So imagine you drop something and then an hour later you think, oh no, I've dropped something. So what you do is you walk back exactly where you came from. And when we do that, we call it retrace. To retrace our steps. Okay, R-E-T R-A-C-E. Retrace our steps. Okay, it means we go back to where we came from. Retrace is the correct answer. To retrace our steps. Final question, guys. Final question, and retrace was the correct answer. Retrace. Anne's house is somewhere in the blah 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 of the railway station. One more time. Anne's house is somewhere in the blah 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 of the railway station. Is it A, region? Don't think it's that. Is it B, quarter? Is it C, vicinity? Or is it D, district? Well, when we talk about local area like that, guys, the answer for that one, I think, is not quarter. Listen carefully. Anne's house is somewhere in the vicinity of the railway station. Is it A, region? Is it B, quarter? Is it C, vicinity? Or is it D, district? Listen one more time. I'll tell you the answer. Anne's house is somewhere in the vicinity of the railway station. I think vicinity is the answer for this. Is it region? I don't think it's that. Is it quarter? I don't think it's that. I think it's vicinity. VICINITY. It means like area. Okay? So good. And I'm going to tell you, I think we've got maximum. We better get maximum points here, or I'm going to, honestly, I'll give up. Let me have a look. Oh, let's have a look. Wait, hang on a second. Turns out I think we got one wrong. Maybe I marked it wrong. Okay. Which one did I get wrong? Oh, number 14. The answer was that. It was only 10 days ago that she started her new job. It was only 10 days ago since she started her new job. I disagree with that. That's not a very good answer. But guys, you got most of those correct on your own. So what I'll do for you, if you want to resit this test, it's a really good little test. It's called a self-assessment test, okay? And I will put this for you. It'll take you about an hour to do, I think. Alright, take your time when you do it. Don't rush. And what it'll do is it'll give you an assessment score, okay? Now, I hope you're both over 13, because this stream isn't really for children. So, let's hope that that's the case. And if you are, then great. And if not, well, you're using your parents' account. So, guys, you should be over 13, but it's still family-friendly content. There's no bad words, no adult themes or topics in this live stream or on my channel, okay? It's family friendly, I say. So, have you enjoyed yourselves this evening? Have you learnt? Oh, bless you. Well, maybe that's why you're finding that difficult. That was a difficult test, okay? That was a difficult test. So, it's a tricky test, but I'm so pleased you're joining. I know you're here with your family as well, so that's okay, as long as you're here with your family and you're enjoying learning, and I hope you're learning well along with me, okay? So thank you so much for joining. Do you have any questions before you wish to leave, or before I leave? Any questions? No? No questions. Okay. Well done to the pair of you, and to anybody else who's joining and watching this on replay. I'm Mr. Gary. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any queries, you can contact me via my website. If you have any other queries about this live stream, by all means, leave a comment in the comments box and I'll pick those up and I'll reply to you as soon as possible. Your father recommended. Oh, right, okay. I don't know who your father is. Does he know me? I don't know how your daddy does it. You're very welcome, Pallavi. I hope you like watching my videos. Well, I try to keep my videos as fun and as entertaining as possible. It's that's part of the... Oh, Mr. Hassan. Oh, yes, he's been in a few times. So there's a free Cambridge test for you. You can go and try that, and that will really assess you. But it could give different questions. All right, it has a bank of hundreds of questions to give you the assessments, and it's all points based, so it'll give an accurate assessment about your skill level, and I think that's really important. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll take a day off tomorrow because it's the 1st of January, and I'll see you all probably on the 2nd of January. We'll do another stream. If you have any topics or any queries, you can always drop me a message and I'll try my best to improve or deliver a better stream for you next time. Okay, maybe we could have a story or something like that. That could be fun. Okay, guys, any questions? Final chance for any questions? No? Okay, well done then. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. You're very welcome. No problems. Yes, thank you so much.